Hello everybody, my name is Elenator and welcome back to Ultimate Minecraft Polyworld. And like I said yesterday, we're gonna start out with a blasting start. Yay! And then we stand back. And then we watch as the gravel and lava falls from the sky. Alright, how do you think we're doing? Doop. Let's go pick up all the goods real fast. Hopefully we have the inventory space. That would be nice. I was thinking of, hold on, yeah, let me grab my fortune pickaxe real fast. We're gonna break that down into the nuggets. That's just taking up an inventory slot that really doesn't need to be. So let's see, how are we looking in the sky? I didn't realize just how much gravel spawned in the nether. I don't know if this is how it always was, or if gravel spawns more as of 1.16. Let's not put that there. Howdy, Ian. That did go kaboom. So we have some more lava we're gonna be cleaning up, but we get to do that soon. Oh hey, I remember this place. I was here yesterday. And my inventory is just about full now. So let me keep heading forward a little bit. You know what's nice? There's not a lot of lava. I'm looking around and there really isn't that much compared to before. Well, there's a much better area to work in. Alright, cool. Either way, let's go head back. Did I just pick up some nuggets? Probably. There wouldn't be any holes in bedrock. This is all 1.16. Well, 1.16 pre-releases. Either 2 or 3. Hello. Goodbye. The alpha nether I have would be closer to where the portal is. I don't have any alpha nether over here. Alright, where did the tunnel end up? So if I have the tunnel way back here, where exactly is the thingy? Swap those out real fast. Where do I leave the shulker boxes? I left them back here, right? Good job, me of the past. It's been a while since I last looked at any chunks that were in beta 1.7. I don't think any of them are near here. And I think what I'm going to do is grab some more TNT. I don't know how much more I need, though. Oh, I probably should have pulled it from here. Whoops. I have so much TNT and so little space. Well, at least I freed up a lot of slots by placing all this down. Maybe I should have only grabbed one stack. Well, either way, we're going to place down another stack of TNT here soon. First, we have a lot more netherrack to pick up. The Farlands chunks are in the world file currently. They're not loaded, but they are within the world save. I back them up every time. Alright, well, since this was fun while it lasted, you know what? I changed my mind. What we're gonna do is start placing down netherrack and getting rid of lava. That'll speed things up. Howdy to you as well, welcome back. I'll go back to them eventually. Alright, I don't think that's a problem anymore. Nope, that's not important. Is this important? Nope. Alright, who? Ah, yes. I know who is giving me a problem. All of you. Oh, here we go again. Well, this is a much smaller scale. Random vertical shaft of lava here. It would not make sense that that netherite would give the player natural fire resistance, though. If you coach yourself in a hold on, let me think about this again. An analogy that would make more sense, I should say. Wearing scuba gear will not prevent you from drowning. We won't. No, I don't think that accurately displayed. I'm trying to think how to process this. I'm also trying to clean up this lava. The netherite itself doesn't burn, but you, the player, can still burn. Something I would find more useful, though, is if there was a way to imbue other items to make them fire resistant. I get rid of this one? Nope, not yet. And boop. There we go. Was the obsidian armor full covering? You know, here's a better question. Why did obsidian armor give you fireproof abilities? If you throw obsidian into lava, it'll burn. Howdy, Koski, welcome back. Sometimes I forget obsidian boats. Didn't those sink, or didn't they sink though? Bazinga back at you. Bazinga sounds like an old people game on mobile. Something they'd play on their iPads in a nursing home. Maybe I'm just used to hearing Zynga, which I think worked on web-based games. Play Bazinga on MySpace. MySpace was nearly... I should say MySpace was at the end of its life by the time I started using the internet. I grew up with Facebook. We already have a way to get over lava the Strider. Not in 1.7. No. Oop. Oh, you've returned. Howdy. Do those types of boats not exist? I thought every wood type did have a boat, even if it functioned as a regular boat. Tom and Jerry, are you talking about the name that Simon and Garfunkel used back in the early 60s? Before they came up with Simon and Garfunkel? I think it was the 60s, maybe in the 50s. I don't know. Can't remember how many albums they released under the name Tom and Jerry. Surely you know about the famous folk duo Simon and Garfunkel, right? From 64 to 70. They put out some pretty great tunes. Netherwoods don't have boats? But why? That sounds like a Why Mojang Why moment. Why'd you say the cartoon twice? Unless YouTube felt like sending your message twice. I almost wonder if the cartoon came after. Anyways, not important. Netherwoods don't burn. As in when you light them on fire, or if you throw them into lava. Lighting them on fire and using them in a furnace. Why would its flammability properties affect whether or not it has a boat? Is that because they don't want to create boats that are able to be used on lava? That very well could be why they don't exist. Well, let's see, how much lava is left? Oh, there's a lot more over here. Oi. Thankfully, I'm seeing a moderate amount of ancient debris, so I'd say things are going well so far. Howdy, Paul. Welcome back. This doesn't feel like the lava fields. This just feels like a cavern. Wait, didn't we discuss what the definition of cavern versus cave is? I'll be honest, I forgot what the results were. I remember talking about it, though. I don't even know what 2B2T looks like these days. I haven't been on there in a few years. I think 22. Can't remember where I was. Of course, there's always a possibility that wherever I was is gone now. For all I know, I'm just going to spawn in either a lava pit or suffocate in some sort of structure. Oh, what is this? Seeing what I'm seeing? It's a giant lava tube. Straight down. So, if I want to get rid of this, I'd have to... Whoop. Construct the walls. I can't just fill it in. Top down. Sad times. But you know what? Maybe not sad times. This will use up all the not the obsidian, all the netherrack I don't need. I'm not going to use scaffolding. Isn't scaffolding flammable anyway? Bamboo sounds flammable. Alright, I'll probably leave that one there for now, and then get rid of some of the smaller ones on the sides. I'll also get rid of these few over here, and I think there's also one there. I think I'll keep up with boycotting scaffolding. It's not the block for me. Oop, I don't know if I can get back up here. Alright, we're gonna let that fire go away real fast. And a dunk. Ah, I missed. I was hoping I would land on that. It was unfortunate because it meant I had to swim, and I didn't want to swim in lava. I want the lava gone. Except the lava continues to tell me, I will exert my presence here. This is unrelated, but I was thinking about it. I did the math again. I should say I did the mental math again, trying to figure out just how much netherite I was indeed going to need. And so, my original thought was 41, but I was trying to figure out why exactly I got 41. It was 40 plus 1, but I think the answer was, it was supposed to be 40 plus 16, I think. No, not 40 plus 16. 40 plus 36, I believe. Because it's 4 times 9 for the block. Anyways, long story short, I needed more netherite than I originally thought I would. We're going to start out with a 40 though. Which hopefully, once I clean up the lava that's currently here, I'll be all set. You're not blocked. I'm pretty sure you'd be well informed In fact, if I were to block people from messaging on here, all previous messages disappear. YouTube just doesn't like sending messages that contain certain words. I don't know all the certain words, but it happens frequently. There are a few words I have selected that I don't want sent in the chat itself, but I'm not going to tell y'all, because then people are going to try to figure out how to get around it. It's one of those blame Ryan moments. Is this all solid lava? I didn't want that. I couldn't see Kurt J. Mac playing backrooms-based games. The words I have blocked are not swear words. I don't think. What you could do is type out your message one word at a time to figure out which word didn't send. Once before, we did a test like that, and turns out whatever the word was, we never figured it out because it ended up being that particular phrase, but we don't know what phrase within the message. Is every word sent under regular circumstances. Therefore, it's not just words that YouTube doesn't like. Maybe that's why the message got blocked. That wasn't by my choice, though. That would be a YouTube thing. Alright, so that was a big improvement. But where are you coming from? Is it all right here? Yeah, there's some sort of lava little river right here. And it's very annoying because it's not in a good area. The shape of it is non-standard, so I'm not able to just fill stuff in easily. You know, I'm at the end of the line. I'm thinking of just leaving it. It's low enough. It's much less of a problem than it was before. Why would I want to use wood when netherrack breaks much faster and is a far more abundant resource? Did I say nether or netherrack? If the wood is completely submerged in the lava, it won't burn because it needs air. Blocks don't get set on fire. Air gets set on fire. And where is the one that exists that I can't see? I think I got rid of it now. Scaffolding is not wood, though. Oops. Scaffolding is made from a wooden-based material. Yes, when the lava's gone, then the wood can catch on fire. But that'd be a waste of wood. Did I get rid of a big chunk of it? That was good progress. But wait, Billy Mays says. There's more. It's rather sad to think that there's a lot of us youngins these days who didn't grow up watching his commercials. I would say, remember when commercials used to try to be interesting? And then I thought about it. I don't even know what commercials are like these days. How many people has regular cable or satellite television? Most people would rather go to streaming services. Not a bad idea until all the streaming services add up, end up being the same price as before. The difference is on demand versus live. People would rather watch the stuff on demand as opposed to waiting for it to airing live. And if you have a DVR recording it. DVR? VCR? One of those. And hadoink. I win lava. Haha. VCR is older, DVR is newer. I can't remember what they stood for other than video recording. There we go. Alright. So, the last thing we're going to do is get rid of you, and then we can finally go around looking for all the ancient debris and see if we passed 40 yet. Which also means I'm going to need to go chop on the textures. Video cassette recorder. I better understand now. Is that it? Is this all gone? Oop, come on. Ta-da! Alright, cool. So now, I guess if we're already on the far side, we'll work on all this first. Alright, so, where's the debris? Surely it's near here. Oh, there's one. I don't even remember what I have back in the shulker box. I think I'm in the 20s or 30s by now. I guess that's true. Recording live always has the issue of interference. Interference during transmission. Excuse me, Mr. Pigman. There you go, Ian. There's your proof that fall damage does not make them mad. Because I knocked him off and he still doesn't care. I knocked the pigman off. He took fall damage. There's your proof that fall damage does not make them angry. You expressed doubts yesterday. Oops, under normal circumstances, this would be the soft-locked Minecraft world. Thankfully, building blocks. Intermediate airport terminal walking simulator. When you run out of cool ideas to make a game, so you make a very mundane task and turn it into a game. The game is still soft locked because under regular circumstances you are incapable of escaping. I guess that's not true because I had the flint and steel. Nope, that is true because I don't I don't take fire damage. That's why you carry a chorus fruit. That's one additional inventory slot I don't want to deal with. I'd rather keep building blocks on me, because if I'm going to be down here near bedrock, I'm probably doing something like that. Alright, I'm pretty sure I dropped one. There it is. This wasn't too bad of an idea, building the tunnel next to it. I think it worked out rather well. I feel like walking simulators are something you would watch, not so much something you would play. Walking simulators of any kind. Oop, there's more over there. There probably is a faster way to go about this, but oh well. I wonder if I'll ever do anything down here, because now I have this massive space all open up. We'll see if I ever do anything. Probably not. I tend to not do much in the Nether, apart from transportation for overworld services. Smelling boxes that had weird smells. Why? I think we made it all back, which means I still have this last stack of TNT. I should say I have another stack of TNT, so we're going to use it right in here. I don't need ancient debris that badly. I'll take my time. Okay, yeah, that would not work. If we stop here, I would not be able to fit another stack of TNT within the tunnel. Here comes the lava again. Hello. I think I'll be fine without watching his stuff. I should say without watching such a game. I'm still waiting for him to get back to the Flobathon. So I sit and I wait. Well, that's not cool. I don't need your sword. Alpha? No, classic. Classic explosion sound is great. Can't change my mind. Oop. You are the one falling from the ceiling. Oh, that's not another vertical shaft there. That'd be a little sad. If I'm supposed to be familiar with what the first 5 notes of Wet Hands are, I do not. If I heard the track again, I'd hear them. I was working on the music for my Triangle game, and I ended up unintentionally recreating Ordinary Morning. I should say the first part of it. I didn't mean to come up with that same note pattern. And because I'm pretty sure it's the exact same instrument. Oop. And because it's the exact same instrument, it should sound identical, at least the piano portion. Should I know what an arpeggio is? I don't know music theory. Hey Paul, I know what song you referenced. Hooray. When notes go up then down. In what order? Alright, deal with the pigment or get the debris. I'll take one of the debris. You know, here, I'll just let them all cluster together. Huzzah! This bedrock is on my side. That wasn't so bad, and now I've cleansed the area of their presence. Let's go around and pick up some other stuff. Oh, but wait, there's more. I wonder if I really got close to doubling the amount of debris I had from before. Yeah, 24 plus another 30. Hooray, 54. Let's keep putting away everything that's not that. Hello. Let's keep putting away everything that's not netherrack. Hello. Ow. I don't appreciate that. I have so many stacks of TNT. I don't have any beds. Plus, beds have to be one blast at a time, I think. I don't think you can chain bed blasts together in the nether. If they change that, feel free to correct me. Thought the only way to activate a bed explosion is by trying to sleep in it. And you can only try to sleep in one bed at a time. Okay, good. You don't care about me anymore. Alright, let's go put this away, and we'll be back to get the debris. And then that might be it for this journey. Alright, so that's all together. Oop. Alright, away we go. I know I saw a few. Beds being one at a time sounds so not fun. Oh wait, maybe I needed that. Okay, well, one thing at a time. That might have been it. Because I started around here or so, is where the initial explosion was from yesterday. I should say when I placed down the TNT and lit it this morning. It's already been 40 minutes. Oi. I still have so much more TNT to place down, but with the amount of netherrack I have, I'd rather just get back to it later. Therefore, time to head out of here. I'll hold on to the extra 2 debris that I currently have. Yeah, so much netherrack. Oh wait, do I? Okay, that can be. Oh wait, hold on. Can I deconstruct these? There we go. So then that way, I can put 1 additional stack. We're just gonna leave this whole row of TNT down here for now. I'll take care of it later. We're just gonna take these 2 back with us. So this is the part where I'll take care of the other things later. Time to head home and start cooking this up. Once I remember how to get back home. I just know it's off in this direction. Oh, there's a fortress. Wonder if I've been there before. We're still in release nether because I see all the squirts here, but we're still in the old terrain. I know if I try to get close to 0-0, I'll stumble upon what I need. This doesn't look right. Impulsive terrain smoothing, activate. Even though it's going to end up making a giant pyramid, essentially. There we go. Should I be going left? That probably doesn't matter much. Alright, let's see. Where are the goods? I'm on the lookout for the cobblestone structure that leads to the stronghold. Oh, it might be farther than this. Still have another couple hundred blocks till we hit X0. Oop. I don't know, but I guess I'm just gonna make the jump. I know I've been here before. I see a staircase. Wonder where the staircase leads, though. Is this even anything I needed to do? I'm getting hungry. Nom 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 nom. Oh, hold up. Let me unplug the mouse because I need to plug in my controller. I was playing VR yesterday, and due to how late we ended, I did not get the opportunity to charge them beforehand. Maybe I do need to go that way. Excuse me, Mr. Pigman. Who did that? You in the distance. Nah, I don't feel like dealing with him. Bye. Must have been a big gas battle over here at one point. There's a lot of fire. Why did I not clean it up, though? Oh. We're very close. The way out of here shouldn't be too much farther. Because we're right about here, which means it's just up ahead where I need to be. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Aha! We made it. I'm probably just gonna enter in the wall. I don't feel like going the long way. And a zoop. We're home. Well, not yet, but we're about to be. Wonder if anything's happened in the overworld while I've been away. Probably not. When possible, I'll also need to head over to the Enderman farm. I'll need to fix up the thingies. Why are you forced to talk about hobbies in a workplace? That's where my question lies. Oh wait, oops, hold on. Back to the nether. I have all this netherrack I need to put away. Thunderstorms possible in the next few hours? That'd be cool. We need rain. Alright, so my netherrack collection's over here. Hello. Goodbye. Well, that was fun while it lasted. I'll just pull out the rest of this netherrack. In fact, I'll probably pull out all this TNT. What I might do is start putting netherrack in these red shulker boxes. I don't feel like asking your boss. Well, if you would like to tell your boss's name and your workplace location and other information to help me better identify who exactly I'm talking with, feel free to share that sort of information. Alright, so my netherrack chest is this one. Alright, well, my first netherrack shulker box. Eventually, I'll get more in here. Alright, so with that one all taken care of, with this last little TNT, we'll probably just toss it in the chest real fast. And then we'll go from there. Alright, so this is the one. This is the one that has all the other materials. Oh, there's more netherrack. Of course there is. Is that obsidian? No, that's blackstone. Now, let me pick this up real fast. We'll move closer since I think I have more of the chests off in this area. Now that's a lot of gravel. I didn't think I would collect so much gravel in the nether. I was anticipating primarily netherrack, which occurred, but ended up being a lot of these other materials. Oops, where do I keep the nuggets? Alright, now that we're here, didn't I have 2 more? Was I at 54 plus 2? For some reason I thought I was at 56 plus 2. I don't know, but here, while I'm in the area, I should probably start cooking it up. That's not divisible by 4. There we go, close enough. Thank you, Iron Golems, for your services. Also means I'll need to come back here for coal. And I'm also going to need to make the smithing table. I might put it over where the enchantment place is. Alright, so with all that taken care of, we'll head back this way. Oh, wait a minute, I've collected a bunch of blackstone. I could use that for more of the materials for the block museum. I'm going to put that on hold for now, though. I'll probably begin to that later. It's first things first. Let's go work on the upgrade process. There we go. So blackstone can go in there. I don't think basalt needs to. I'm pretty sure basalt only had a few variations. And so then the rest of this can be put away. I'm probably going to put all these flint and steels back. No, keep one of them. Well, I should say keep one plus the one that's mostly used. Oh, if I'm going to the end, maybe I'll take all these swords with me now. Leather goes there. Quartz, zombie flesh. Oop, slime balls. And then flint as well. Sun's going down. Need to catch some Z's and reset the weather timer here on day 6,218 as it comes to an end. Smooth basalt, polished and regular. Yeah, then that means I did already take care of it. I did already take care of it in the block museum, so I'm good to put it away. I also forgot I was carrying around that chest plate. Oops, that can go. One of these days I'll find something for all that zombie flesh. You can't compost zombie flesh, right? I feel like that's something that probably is not able to be composted. I don't even think I have a dedicated composter on here at the farm. And I did never make the large-scale flowing farm like I wanted to. I was thinking about it. We'll see. Alright, now we can sleep. But you know what I might be able to do? I might be able to set up a dedicated workspace right next to here. Maybe up top. Maybe I could set it up here, because I want it right next to this door, because I have... Okay, we're gonna keep that there. I have my stone cutter. I'm thinking of having an anvil. And now I'm also gonna need that smithing table. Don't tell me, let's see if I remember it. I also need to update the smithing table textures. I didn't realize several of the blocks from 1.14. Aha! Several of the blocks from 1.14 had a different texture during the snapshots. I've written those down, I just haven't worked on them yet because I've been focusing on the netherite upgrade. Alright, so this we'll leave... You know, here, I'll just put it here for now. Alright, so let me grab my gold. So if I did the math correctly, we should have enough for everything, because I only need 9 here. The lodestone takes netherite. I have not yet constructed one of those, but I can't remember what the other building material is used to work on it. Okay, so these are indeed called titanium scraps. I just haven't updated the debris name. I don't think. Hold on, let me write that down for future me. I also don't think I called it the titanium and gold alloy yet. So this gets us 14. Alright, cool. To the smithing table. New recipes unlocked. Oh wait, hold on, I saw the lodestone on there. And before I forget, let's pass by Warehouse 3, the trilogy, because I have all this basalt that can be put away. I might use it in the future for something, but I don't know when. I don't think I have a chest for it yet. Pretty sure it's in the other shulker box that I was using for the block museum. Alright, hopefully I'll remember that's all there. I try to go in sequential order when filling up the chests. That way, if I'm not finding something, I check the chests that don't have dedicated names yet. Alright, let's do the thing. Oh my gosh, I have the texture already going. I forgot about that. It's just the sword. Only the sword is animated. So we're going from 1,561 uses. Does this have a sound? I don't think so. In fact, here, we'll do the... Can I just leave this here? So yeah, we're going from 1,561 to 2,031. Hooray! Was that another 490 uses? Or 400 and something. Well, anyways. Oh, do I not have the... Maybe I don't have the other stuff yet. It might just be the sword. Well, either way, we're gonna head over to the end and get this all nice and repaired. So yeah, currently just the sword has the animated texture because I was working on it. Because I needed to see how the animation looked. And so now I need just a few more. But hooray, I made it. Yeah, here's the current work in progress sword texture that still has some work to do. I was primarily focused on getting the gear animation as I wanted it to, but I'll work more on it soon. So anyways, with all that taken care of, last, we've made good progress on netherite. So I have an extra 6 bars left over. We'll put away the flint and steel, then we'll go off to the end. Oops. Alright, you're empty, so I can put you back. And just like that, my diamond tools were no more. Why are there so many golems over here? Why have they all gone and migrated to where the villagers are at? Nope. They all moved to the villagers. What? No wonder why my golems keep disappearing. Apparently they all migrated. No one told me that was gonna happen. At least now I've learned. I kinda need them on duty though. Maybe what I'll do is... I don't know. Can you put a lead on a golem? The reason why they migrated is because they wanted to be close to where the villagers are. Alright, so now, which one was the flint and steel? So that one's full, that one's... So empty, and then half empty. Toss all that. We're gonna keep both of these, because eventually I'll be able to combine them. Alright, away we go. Yeah, I don't currently know how to bring them away from the trading area, but I'll deal with that later. Oh yeah, I didn't check. What's the so 7 attack damage normally. This is now 11. Oops. Ow. Leave me alone, buddy. I wonder if I'm going to feel the sword difference on here. But doesn't this also have plus armor toughness and knockback resistance? I still have more work to do on the textures, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna update the sprites for the armor before updating the model of the armor, since that's gonna take the longest. Alright, well, one thing at a time. In fact, I also have an idea. Looking at the sword as I contemplate and think how exactly I want it done. So let me add some notes real fast to the texture. Hopefully this is going to convince me to finally work on the textures, as I've been trying to get through my triangle game this past couple days. Smut 5 netherites, one-shot zombies. Alrighty. I'm going here, right? I have a boat. I have the swords. Yep, we're all good. To the end. Away! Oh yeah, I didn't remember. Alright, so yeah, all the armor is already repaired. It's just the tools I have to focus on. Is there an increase in mining speed for the tools compared to diamond? Not as fast as gold, right? But faster than diamond. And a dunk. Nom nom nom. Alright, Enderman, don't mind me. Just passing on through. Do 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 do. And a zunk. About halfway there. Soon. Thankfully, this is a nice short trip, especially compared to the one in the Nether. I do plan on rebuilding the original portal, I just haven't done it yet. And a dunk. My question was in regards to whether or not it's faster than normal. I don't need to know what its top speed is. Other than that, no. No, it's not faster than diamond with the mining speeds. All these gold swords. We'll start with all of them, I suppose. Durability and protection. Alright. That's the part where we turn the audio down. My Enderman Master is still in here, right? He's still in here. Come on, can we see the name? Maybe we can't see its name anymore. Oh well. They're taking too long. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna spend some XP enchanting some books real fast. I'll try and go and find the goods. I think we can do 3, but I'm gonna grab 4 anyway. In case it doesn't add up fully. I still haven't acquired a trident on here. Wonder if I ever will. I almost think I'm gonna need a trident chest. I think I just left it with the sword. Alright, so that's for armor. Okay, Unbreaking 3 goes here because that Unbreaking can be applied to anything. Do I even have looting on here? Not particularly. Oh well. Bloop. Here, I'll put that with put that one with knockback. There we go. Hooray, organization. I like my stuff organized. Alrighty, y'all. I'll take all this. Thank you very much. What this means, though, is it's going to take even longer to get each piece back up to full durability. If I were to ever get it really low. Alright, so now... Oh, there it is. At first, I didn't see the pickaxe there and thought, oh no, where'd it go? Back here, how about I start with the small stuff? Work our way up. The snowball effect. Or something like that. Oopsies. I pressed the button and I didn't mean to. Come on, Enderman, I believe in you. What are we at? An hour and 12. So we have close to 45 minutes left of the day. It looks like the Endermen are starting to stockpile again. Alright, zoink. What sentence did I say that comes before and you're to blame? Oop, I don't want the pearl. I could have used that earlier. Probably not at all the song you were thinking of, but a similar line is said, I think repeatedly in... Hold on. Wait. Oh, what's the name of it? Hold on. Let me just verify. Is this what it's called? Oh, you're right. I didn't say anything. I pressed the button. Yes, that's where the... Yeah, that's where the sound comes from. Because yes, that's from my soundboard in the taskbar. I didn't mean to press. Oop. All right, here we go. Yeah, at first I thought the song you were referring to was... Let me verify the name real fast. We're all to blame from Sum 41. Can these be combined yet? Hooray! I'll take it. Alright, Enderman, we're almost done. I just have the pickaxe to repair. It would have been impossible in UMP. I don't need a command block that badly. Under average circumstances, I wouldn't even be able to place it and use it. Oh, Mr. Enderman, you're outside the fields of where you belong. Just put it in an item frame. The only thing I would do is... I would have to put it in an item frame for the block museum. I don't know if you were gonna do any recommendations, like what Method did with cross-world commands. where he had his game mode switch down in the basement. Then we all know how that series turned out. That's another one of those probably not going to be added to the probably not going to be added to the block museum. The point of using asynchronous threading to get the command block. The command block was the end goal, not the whatchamacalled. Not the method. The method for method. But oops. Falling waterlogged scaffolding. Why? Oh, time to swap these out. We're almost done. 1934. $1988. Now I could start naming durability as years. I didn't think about that. 2028. And Hazoink, last one. Hooray! Alright, so we're probably just gonna go up to level 30 since we're almost there, hopefully. Let's see, how long is that gonna take? Maybe 3 more good Enderman hits. I'm so glad I don't have to deal with the armor anymore when it comes to working on stuff. I also want to look at this real fast. They really did have a rather plain top part of the texture for the pants on here. Oh well, it's not gonna matter pretty soon. I have a plan. I have a plan for my stuff, and it's gonna be cool. The sword is a basic demonstrator. Because once I get the gear animation going, then it'll be fast to apply to the other tools. I haven't done the 3D armor yet, though, but hopefully the 2D sprites for armor go by rather fast. Level up. Bye. That's kind of funny. If the Endermen get mad at me, even though they're on so low health, they will attack. And then Thorn says, "Hippity hoppity, your life is now my property." Let me just clean out the system real fast. All these diamond swords. I don't even remember how I ended up with so many. Pretty sure it's because of the end cities I went exploring in. I don't have my bed. I wonder if I left that back in the warehouse. But anyways, we're gonna do one more book. I'm pretty sure I have 1 or 2 enchanted books back in the warehouse. I just forgot about bringing it. Alright, well, that's all it. Time to head back. Zoom, zoom, says those old car commercials. Oh, there it is. Doink. Howdy, y'all. Don't mind me. Do something now. Nope, not important. Alright, excuse me. Maybe I should have kept one of the pearls and just huzzah over here. And zoop. Alright, so, all that taken care of. We're close with the titanium we have. I'll need to work on getting a few more. I would need, for a block, 3 times 4 is 12. So I need 12, but first, because I remembered, the lodestone. Let me just go and find it. Detailed stone bricks. Let me see if I remember how to make that. Because I'm pretty sure it's the 2 slabs. 2 stone brick slabs. Oh yeah, how do I make the respawn anchor? I need crying obsidian. I feel like making farms out of the mob that they are is rather a cool idea. I just don't do that because I'm rather simple in my stuff. Do I ever pick up a target? I can't find these, right? I can only create them. Well, until the 1.19 and down below. Because I realize I still have a few extra blocks that I need to acquire. So, we're going to work on those real fast. No. No to what? Did you enjoy reading? I'm going to make it. Why am I going to make it? Because I'm not going to wait around forever. I'm not going to leave this when I can do it now. That's not what I needed. Alright, so there's the target. I should rename this to Hit the Target, even though I never watched Stampy. He's not my childhood. Alright, so... oh, that's regular bricks. The sword is currently a work in progress. I need to update the gears. This was just a basic test. I'm also going to add a little more detail to the sword itself. This is just a placeholder, kind of, because currently all the other tools I still have not yet applied the textures for. Alright, so I needed stone brick slabs. Okay, if I'm gonna keep the mossy stuff there, I might as well keep slabs themselves up here. It hurts to watch. You know why it hurts to watch? Foreknowledge. Because if they never changed it, it wouldn't have mattered. You would have no opinion. I'm gonna play Minecraft the way I desire. I'm gonna quote the 1.0 trailer as I do all the time. In Minecraft, no one can tell you what you can or cannot do. Goodbye. Alright, so, next, crying obsidian. Can't remember if I have any. Craft beds, not beers. Trying to see modern players craft beers in Minecraft. They're trying to craft them in InfDev. Yeah, it's always funny when I see folks of old trying to create trying to play with modern tactics in Alpha. If Notch was still in charge of the game, it might have been added. It's definitely never happening because of modern day Mojang. Oh, those are redstone bricks. At first I thought those were the quartz bricks. I don't remember if I worked on the quartz bricks. I also can't remember if I picked up any crying obsidian. I don't know where I would have found it. Because I have the respawn anchor I need to work on. I haven't yet done that. Crying obsidian is lapis and obsidian, right? Because otherwise I'd have to go out and find a ruined portal. The only reason why I have the lodestone is I'm using it for the block museum. That's where it's going. We're going to leave both of these in here because the block museum is something we're going to work on tomorrow. Moon beer. That's a way to go about it. Oh yeah, while I'm here, I still need to update the stone cutter. I figured out how to work on the model, but I'm currently in the process of updating redstone as well. So we're going to grab that. This takes a while. Oh wait. I still feel like this is supposed to be made out of a harder material, yet you just take the axe to it. Okay, we're going to leave that shulker box there. And then anvil, we're going to work on that. I don't know if I'll ever need the anvil over here, but I might as well use it. And I'm probably also going to make another grindstone. You can't craft crying obsidian. Am I misremembering a mod where it was, say, 2 obsidian and 2 lapis to make crying obsidian? Because I don't plan on bartering. I'd rather go find a ruined portal. Yes, howdy Farlands Explorer, welcome back. Are you the same person? Oh yeah, here's my bed. Alright, so, I'm thinking, how do I want to design this? Probably just going to be basic. Stone, brick, cobblestone, and iron bars with a little bit of lava. I have this image in my mind. You can't increase the cheese it counter. Only I can increase the cheese it counter for whenever I cheese it. This isn't Bedrock. There's no Twitch service integration for you to... No, not Twitch. It was Mixer. Mixer service integration where you, the live chat, are able to have effects on the game. Alright, let me go find all this. There probably was a mod, what I was thinking of. Could have very well been the Not in Minecraft mod. Here, we will take slabs. Was the reason why Mixer was a failure because people didn't want to switch? That kind of also gets me wondering, how's Kick doing these days? Is it still around? I'm looking for cobblestone to contrast the stone brick. And then I'll grab a little bit of lava as well. I know Kick still exists. I wouldn't expect it to be defunct so quickly. I was primarily asking in the event of if it was still being thoroughly utilized. Facebook gaming is what succeeded it. Okay. Oh, iron bars. That's what I didn't go and get. This Kick's still kicking, but oops. Terrible puns every day. Maybe I should add that as on my soundboard. Probably not. Probably won't need this much, but I'll take it anyway. Why is the glass pane not where it should be? In fact, here, how about I take some of these as well? New recipes unlocked. Have I really not held on to glass panes after 1.12? I feel like I've heard of kicking it, but I'm pretty sure I never watched it. Sounds like a Disney XD show. Alright, so I have the lava, iron bars, glass panes. I need another block. What do I want? Preferably something that's not gray. I need just enough color to it. I'm thinking of something lighter. What I might do though is I might grab glowstone just for extra lighting. There it is. Oh, you know what? Hold on. How much quartz do I have? Do I have a lot of quartz blocks? I know I picked up some quartz earlier, but that's not going to be enough for what I needed. I also think I spent a lot of quartz recently working on something. Can't remember what it was though. Moral of the story, I do not have much quartz. That's alright then. Do I happen to have any end stone down here? I might have to check up top. Because if I have end stone, I'm thinking of using that instead. Particularly end stone bricks. But I can't remember if it's a 1-to-1 ratio when you craft them. Thank you, golems, for your services. If I have enough time, I might also work on placing down more slime blocks on the bounce thing that I started. I don't plan on looking up Cheez-It pizza. I'll trust you on that it exists. So I have 12 endstone bricks, but the question is, what about endstone itself? It's been around since the beta 1.9 pre-releases. That's not true. I can't remember when I first entered the end. I think it was RC1. Either way, I have a little bit of endstone bricks, but where's the endstone itself? I must have missed the chest. Because it would have been way over here with the 1.0 items. I totally missed it. Here it is. This is enough for what I need. Let me just verify this real fast. Cool, it is 1-to-1 ratio. I'll just do that. This is going to be a trim. I didn't know if it was sandstone where it takes 4-to-1 or if it was nice and it was 1-to-1 like stone. Alright, so what I'm currently envisioning the popped cores to purpur comes down to the purpur block must be very hollow for one popped cores to take up the same amount of, or to be the same amount of mass. We're going to start out here. Oh, in fact, hold on. I have this image in my mind. In fact, I probably could have moved that one forward. Yeah, let's do that real fast. Cobblestone goes there. This is what gets brought up. Oops. Is this going to be enough space? Hold on. I might need to make this wider. I also realized I never made that grindstone. Well, either way, let me move that over because I realized we're going to make this a little bit wider. Well, if that's the case, hold on. Yeah, push this one back. Surprise, all this can be dug up anyway. So we are going to go all the way to here. Are you saying wood as in the six-sided bark? Because if so, it kind of makes sense to me because you need more bark to cover those extra faces. You just sort of ignore whatever the inside was. Okay, I'll fix that being off-center soon. Alright, so we're going to keep this wider. That's where the preference goes. Oh wait, hold up. Oh, that's what I did differently. There we go. Alright, cool. So now, I'm thinking processing how to do this because the blocks themselves are essentially going to sit up front. We're going to also really hope I don't need any more than this. That's not right. Hold up. I keep wanting to use the pickaxe. That just seems intuitive to me. But yeah, if we have 4 items, I could do something instead. Maybe like this. Yeah, if I put the grindstone there. Alright, let's go do that real fast. Let me reset the weather timer. I'm not very familiar with the history for the 360 edition. I just played the versions. Alright, let me go check the book. This is a block I don't tend to make. I should say it's a block I usually don't have available. One stone slab, or one stone slab, 2 sticks, 2 planks. Oh, I don't remember when I acquired a bunch of sticks, but good job me with the past. Oh, wait, that's smooth stone. This is stone. There we go. Alright, cool. This should hopefully be my primary workspace area now. There we go, that doesn't look too bad. I think I'm going to swap these though. Oops. Keep that sideways. No, I think it felt more balanced previously. And particularly, I want to swap these. Oops. There we go. Alright, I'm not going to touch it anymore. I don't know why this pattern over mirrored. That's just what my brain clung on to. So this is the preferred path. So, with that taken care of, now what I do, 2, 3, bring all that over. For all I know, I'm not even going to end up using the end stone bricks. Because now what I'm envisioning well, I got close. Alright, cool. This ended up, I might need to bring all this forward. Because if this is, say, the back wall, then what we do, we put the iron bars in there. And then we're going to have to extend this platform forward a little bit. Because I'll be having lava there float downward into those areas. So that means, let's bump this up maybe 2 blocks. Alright, so with this brought forward, now I'll be able to have the goods here. So this will give me extra space in the back to work on what I need to. Because I'm imagining right in the middle. Oh, in fact, hold on, I think I might know what to do with the end stone bricks. As well as maybe what to do with the glowstone. Well, one thing first, so with all this here, this can be dug up. I think that might be what I'm trying to do. So the next, let me grab the slabs. Oops, is that what I wanted? No, I wanted it on the top side. This is sort of the shape I had in mind. It's turning out a little bit, In fact, I'll start on the back. This way does not reflect the current state. Well, that means this is going to have to go by taller. Or, instead, I lower that to there. So maybe not that one. Little details, as I try to figure all this out. I gotta get rid of those. And I'm thinking of just pushing this into the back wall. But the reason why I had it there is because I needed to make sure that the lava would only go here. But that might not be an issue. I'm still going to need to make sure that's fully covered. But we'll verify that later. Because then I could do that. Because the lava's going here. these 2 blocks, it goes there, and then drops down directly. But I still wanted to make sure that the lava was covered here. And so what I could do is I could just use more iron bars, or in particular, only had to go along the front. I'm not sure yet how I'm feeling about the design. I sort of need to build it first. You know, I might just keep the lava open and only have it covered on the side. Oops. So by doing that, that means right there. So what'll probably end up happening is I'm gonna end up digging all this up and just moving that back. So that way it's not as far in the front, but I'm still gonna have to come up with some sort of cover there. Also gonna build that like that. You don't want to change the resource pack I'm using one day. The reason for the resource pack is this is the dedicated texture set for this world. All the texture changes I want to apply, I add to the pack itself. Oops, I did it again. Pretty sure that's the song or something. Oh wait, hold up. So what is this anyway? Just some sort of decoration for my work area. The functionality, I have an anvil, a grindstone, a stone cutter, and a smithing table. Almost forgot the name of it. So I have all of these here together. And yeah, I just wanted some sort of decorational area instead of something boring. Want to keep the white rock and flashy green grass? If I didn't want to keep it, it would have been removed a long time ago. Well, that's not entirely true. Neon grass, no, that's even less true. This grass texture hasn't been used since the second version available in the launcher. That was a long while ago. Maybe this is where I'll put the stone bricks. The end stone bricks, though, never use this texture, but this is because the original end stone used to be white. And so I made all end stone bricks. I should say the end stone brick variations match with the original white cobblestone that end stone used to be. Ta-da! There we go. Except I think we need something up top. How about if I take some of that, bring it over. This ended up being rather thin, but I didn't have a lot of space to work with over here. So we're just gonna leave it. No, because now I feel like that should be connected as well. If I'm going that far, why not just cage the whole front side? You can barely see any of the cobblestone in the back. And I still wanted the lava to be visible from behind, which is why I kept the iron bars there. Oh wait, oops, oopsies, that was supposed to be here. Yeah, keep all that. Alright, so let me get rid of that. Because for the glowstone in particular, I was going to put them down here. Not a lot of glowstone in use. If I really wanted, I could. Nah, I don't think that'd look good. I was going to say I probably could leave them up top. Instead, what I might do, What if I put the glowstone there? Whoop. Hey, I picked that one up. This way it's not going to be visible on the front, but it will be on the back. And the sides, I suppose. There we go. I feel like it's missing something right in the middle, though. Maybe I'll put a chest there. Maybe I'll put the chest for whatever reason. Or I could just leave that reserved. Because it feels like we have a lot of stuff here, and a lot of stuff here. But the mid section's a little empty right now. Maybe what I could do is, what if I put this over instead? Now it feels like these front two blocks are kind of on their own. We'll just leave this here for now and call it future proofing. Is that there? No, this was on this side. Yeah, I'm putting a chest. I don't know what I'll put in the chest, but I'll just leave that there for now. If I ever end up moving it, I'll end up moving it then. Oh well. Oops. At some point I might find purpose for this. But now that that's all good, everything's all set. Even though we can see the dripping lava down there. I also kind of feel like I should put something up here. Something small, but I don't know what to put. Maybe a couple item frames with something. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Oh, I don't have the swords. Oops, I left them away. Because what I could do is I could put two swords facing each other. Wait, can I do that? I don't know if I can rotate the sword, the right one, to the point where the texture is mirrored. Well, maybe I can, if I rotate it 6 times. Either way, this means we'd have to go back to the end. Alright, am I satisfied with it? I feel like we need some endstone brick back here. Yeah, I'm doing it. Alright, how does that look? Kinda looks like a key now, or a keyhole. Well, that made it look slightly more colorful, so I guess we'll keep it. So let me head on over here. What map are we on? We are on this one. Oh, my farm's over there updated. I didn't realize the sugarcane farm needed updating. Alas, now that that's all taken care of, we are all set. Cool. Alright, so let's put this stuff away and grab a couple item frames. In fact, here, how about I grab the item frames and try to mad dash to the end, since that's going to be the slow part. Prismarine brick wall feels like it'd be a vanilla block, but it's not. Do we have dark prismarine walls? Let's see, where are those item frames? I feel like they added more prismarine or dark prismarine block variations in 1.13 or 14. I can't remember. I just remember needing to update the block museum in those two versions because of all the new variations they added. And I thought 1.8 was bad. And where did I leave my item frames? I'll take that, thank you, Mr. Chicken. Think we can make it all the way all the way to the Enderman farm and then make it all the way back in the next 4 minutes? Let's try and find out. I slept in a sleeping bag, right? That means I'll be where I need to be when I pop out. I should say once I return from the end. Let me grab boat, put that away. Oopsies. And zoop. I wonder if the reason why we always spawn in here facing west is because... Oh no, hold on, we face west. That's negative X. Well, I guess it's because they put the platform in positive X. So they want us to face the central island whenever we spawn. Anyway, not important. Excuse me, I remember that one time an Enderman got in the boat when he wasn't supposed to. And huzzlink. Alright, we're just here for the swords, and anything that's enchanted. Oh, good job, me of the past. It looks like I already disenchanted the stuff. Cool. We might as well just take two unrepaired, or two undamaged swords. With the amount of diamond swords I have in there, the likelihood of me using all of these is rather low. If given enough time, I might, but I'm not going to worry about that. The amount of time it would take to go through all these diamond swords here at the farm going to be a very, very extensive time. And doink. Oh, first I thought I used sweeping edge on one of them. It's kind of funny that you could see the enchantment glint texture more so on here because the higher resolution, you're able to see the pattern. I'm also thinking about updating it to be closer to how it used to be. I just took the original texture itself and upscaled it, then applied a purple color tinting. But yeah, if you have any final thoughts, start saying them now. I'm going to clean out my inventory and deal with all that later. So let me just put these down, and then that'll be it for today. So tomorrow, we'll be back at it again with other stuff. There we go, so you can make them face each other. Alright, cool. So yeah, we'll be back again, working more on the Blocks Museum, probably, and then we'll be going from there. Thank you all for watching. Bye.